Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wethington Commons in the Charles T. Wethington Jr. building here, the home of the College of Health Sciences and an important part of the overall UK healthcare at the University of Kentucky. My name is Nathe with the University of Kentucky Office of Public Relations and Marketing. We welcome all of you to this very important announcement. I saw him earlier. I want to acknowledge Dean DePaula from the College of Medicine is here. I think we might have a couple of other deans joining us as we get underway. Without taking any more time, I want to introduce a gentleman who has served us very ably and enthusiastically and energetically over these past 6 years, the 12th president of the University of Kentucky. A warm welcome for Dr. Eli Capilouto.
Thank you, Carl, and good morning to everyone, and thank you for being here. Nearly 4 years ago, we gathered just a short walk from here to announce an important milestone for the University of Kentucky and a transformational opportunity for the Commonwealth we serve. That day, we proudly shared that UK's marquee cancer center earned the prestigious NCI designation from the National Institutes of Health. That watershed moment was made possible by years of hard work by leaders and pioneering researchers committed to a singular goal: fighting the scourge of cancer that too often scars Kentucky's families. Today, we build on that progress. Today, we add another tool in the fight. Today, the University of Kentucky is proud to announce an $11.2 million Centers of Biomedical Research Excellence grant to further our leading-edge cancer research. Provided by the National Institutes of Health, the COBRE grant builds capacity for our internationally renowned experts in cancer and metabolic research to advance our understanding and treatment of cancer. The facts that too many of us know are stark. We lead the nation in cancer deaths, and we are one of the top 10 in the country for obesity. While scientists have long known of a direct link between obesity and cancer, the need for further research into this field is a necessity for Kentuckians, and that's what this grant is designed to do. This is the type of research that we, the University for Kentucky, are uniquely positioned to conduct because it is all here. A leading medical center with a referral network throughout the state, leading national centers in cancer, aging, and in the capacity to move discoveries from the lab quickly into communities. The research also undeniably improves our economy. In fiscal year 2016 alone, research funding like that of the COBRE grant impacted nearly 2,900 jobs and an estimated $432 million in economic activity in Kentucky. Research and development is at the core of our economic development, and sophisticated R&D across all industries has kept our nation at the leading edge for decades. It is why UK is Kentucky's most instrumental change agent and economic engine. Because of this, the inextricable role we play in the long-term health and economic prosperity of Kentucky, we are fortunate to have legislative leadership in Washington, D.C., who understands and who has understood from the day they arrived the fundamental role Kentucky's flagship plays in our Commonwealth. I want to welcome Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to UK today. Leader McConnell, thank you. Thank you for your unrelenting support of the university's research enterprise, including your bold advocacy for the 21st Century Cures Act during the December legislative session. As many of you know, Leader McConnell provided consistent and instrumental support in our application for this important building block the $11.2 million COBRE grant. The leader's efforts follow many years of support for advancing biomedical research and his faith in our unique ability to address complex questions affecting Kentucky families. Congressman Andy Barr, too, has been a staunch ally in the U.S. House of Representatives. He understands that federally funded research from the NIH holds the greatest level of promise for the 6th District and all of Kentucky. And lastly, I want to thank and congratulate our team at the University of Kentucky. I like to say success has lots of mothers and fathers, and it does today. Dr. Michael Karpf, Dr. Lisa Cassis, Dr. Mark Evers, Dr. Daret and Clair, Dr. Peter Zhao, and countless faculty, clinicians, graduate students, and staff who labor in our laboratories, bedsides, and in communities to deliver a hope for a sense of a healthier tomorrow. You are our heroes. The progress all of you make possible offers the brightest future and the best hope for Kentucky. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Capilouto. Our next speaker, distinguished gentleman, now in his 33rd year as a member of the United States Senate, his 6th term as a senator from Kentucky. Please welcome Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell.
Well, Dr. Capilouto, you are always kind to attribute to people like Congressman Barr and myself way more credit than we deserve for what you have earned. Mike Karpf, I remember well when you first came here, this whole team deserve all the credit for this extraordinary grant. And so I thank you for your, as I said, continued overstating the role of people like us. But you did mention something that people like Congressman Barr and myself probably do deserve some credit for, and that's the 21st Century Cures bill. This was a remarkable coming together. I know if you watch much television, particularly cable television, you think we all hate each other up there and nobody gets along and we're all at each other's throats all the time. This was a classic coming together on a bipartisan basis during the last Congress. The president had a particular interest in precision medicine, the vice president in the cancer moonshot, and I had a particular interest in regenerative medicine, which the FDA had been consistently pretty resistant to allowing to go forward, leading people to go to Europe for these kinds of treatments. We all came together in a classic bipartisan way, and at a time when we're not plussing up spending on very much, passed what I think was the single most important piece of legislation in the last Congress and in the last 2 years of the previous administration. This team you see up here will be fully able to take full advantage of the opportunities that are going to be coming down the road from this significant plus-up of NIH funding. And so I'm looking forward, Eli, to being invited to other similar events that I probably will have had very little to do with, but might have in the background been a key player in providing all of this additional funding that I'm confident this great team you have here at UK will be able to get more of in the coming years. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Leader McConnell. Our next speaker, Congressman from Kentucky from the 6th District, now serving his 3rd term. Please welcome Congressman Andy Barr.
Good morning, Carl. Dr. Capilouto, thanks for the invitation to join with you all in this celebration of this COBRE grant. I also want to thank all of the University of Kentucky researchers and the scientists and physicians who are here today who are committed to achieving great advancements in medical fields. I want to congratulate the University of Kentucky on receiving this Centers of Biomedical Research Excellence Grant from the National Institutes of Health. This award is $11.2 million, and it will support the University of Kentucky's groundbreaking efforts in cancer research and commitment to training early career biomedical research through mentorships and multidisciplinary collaboration. UK's receipt of this grant is a testament to the university's national leadership in biomedical research and its dedication to improving the public health of our communities. And we need to be a leader in cancer research. Cancer takes about 10,000 lives a year in Kentucky, the highest rate in the nation. Lung cancer kills Kentuckians at a rate 50% higher than the national average. Kentucky's cancer mortality rates also rank in the top 10 for breast, colorectal, and cervical cancers. These unfortunate statistics, coupled with our many conversations with UK research scientists, physicians, and nurses, has informed my service in Congress and support for building upon the success of the 21st Century Cures Act. And that's why I recently signed a letter to the House Appropriations Committee requesting that the National Institutes of Health receive $36 billion for FY18, an increase of $2 billion from the FY17 enacted level. These federal grants provided by the National Institutes of Health, like the Centers for Biomedical Research Excellence, they will offer a vital opportunity to perform collaborative, pioneering research which will ultimately cure some of the most deadly and serious diseases impacting human health, including cancer. And the return on investment cannot be understated. This benefits researchers, manufacturers, medical suppliers, and patients in every state. And the support that this provides to train the next generation of medical researchers and physicians provides us with the infrastructure for the future to combat diseases like cancer. So once again, congratulations to the University of Kentucky, everyone here that is involved. It is always a pleasure to join people like Dr. Cassis, Dr. Karpf, Dr. Evers, and continue to support them, and as Leader McConnell said, in their work that they've earned here today. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you, Congressman Barr. Next up, we have the Vice President for Research here at the University of Kentucky. Please welcome Dr. Lisa Cassis.
Good morning. I join my colleagues in welcoming you here today to celebrate the announcement of this newly awarded NIH COBRE. We're very supportive and appreciative of your support from Senator McConnell and Congressman Barr for biomedical research. It comes to us today through this NIH COBRE grant mechanism. So I've served for 8 years as the program director of an NIH-funded COBRE that focuses on obesity and cardiovascular diseases here at UK. And I've experienced firsthand the immense impact these types of grants have on our research infrastructure. Over the last 8 years, our COBRE supported 40 junior faculty who have published more than 300 scholarly papers. Their work has done things like identifying novel therapeutic targets that could potentially treat obesity and developing novel non-invasive imaging modalities to look at how obesity influences heart function in children as well as adults. This COBRE grant mechanism that comes to us today for the Center for Cancer and Metabolism has 3 special attributes that will have a far-reaching impact at UK and the Commonwealth. The first attribute that the grant provides is support of research specifically by junior faculty who are here with us today. They're the next generation of scientists who will lead the way in developing cancer prevention and treatment strategies. These junior faculty are paired to senior, experienced cancer researchers who will mentor them towards high-impact research. In essence, the COBRE grant allows us to move from individual to team-based science, and that's an approach that will be the underpinning of research in our new multidisciplinary research building that's under construction just down the street. By investing in this new state-of-the-art facility, the University of Kentucky is taking a purposeful transdisciplinary approach to invest in the health of our citizens. Second, the COBRE grant provides support for research core facilities with specialized equipment and services that enable these researchers to broaden their approach and answer more difficult questions. These facilities not only impact the investigators of this specific COBRE, but they're made available to researchers across the institution, including institutions across the state. And third, the COBRE grant provides seed support for new ideas. I liken this to the beauties of this current spring season, where we see the output of seeds that were planted earlier. The same thing applies to research, where a sprinkling of support can give rise to the next patent, device, or drug for cancer. We're fortunate this year that our investigators at UK have competed for a 36% increase in funding from the NIH to support biomedical research, including this new COBRE. We're hopeful that continued support from Senator McConnell, Congressman Barr, and others for biomedical research through federal funding agencies such as the NIH continues, so that we can work together to achieve the goals of the COBRE Center for Cancer and Metabolism, namely reducing the burden of cancer in Kentucky. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cassis. Our next speaker came to the University of Kentucky, I believe it was 2009, wasted little time. Within about 3.5 years, all of a sudden, through a lot of hard work, not all of a sudden, but we were a National Cancer Institute designated center, the only one in Kentucky. Please welcome the director of the Markey Cancer Center here at UK, Mark Evers. Dr. Evers.
Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank you all for being here today to help us celebrate this new research grant from the NIH that will greatly accelerate our efforts in the fight against cancer. Nowhere in the country are these research efforts more important because, unfortunately, Kentucky is home to some of the highest rates of cancer incidence and mortality in the nation. And the link between those cancers and our state's growing obesity problem cannot be ignored. There's no simple, single way to reverse these grim statistics. It requires a multifaceted approach and expertise from many different disciplines, working together as a team to break down silos and find new ways to work across departments and disciplines to improve cancer research and care is what the UK Markey Cancer Center does best. So when Markey earned its NCI designation in 2013, it was not only a well-deserved recognition of the work that is being done and already being done, but it was also a promise to our state that we would continue our efforts to find better ways to fight cancer. And it was a promise to reduce the burden that cancer inflicts on our patients and their loved ones. The only way to fight cancer and other chronic diseases is through research. Every drug, every new therapy, and every cancer protocol begins with basic translational and clinical research. So with that in mind, I want to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the many folks who made this grant possible. The principal investigators, Drs. Daret and Clair and Peter Joe, our administrative and core leaders, and our junior investigators and the mentors who will help guide their efforts. And in addition, I want to personally thank both Senator McConnell and Congressman Barr for their unwavering support of our research, and I certainly look forward to their continued support for years to come. This fall, the Markey Cancer Center will be applying to renew our NCI designated cancer center status. At that time, we will simultaneously be competing for comprehensive cancer center designation, which is the pinnacle of cancer care in the U.S. So to put this a bit in perspective, if earning an NCI Cancer Center designation is like winning a bid to the NCAA tournament, receiving NCI Comprehensive Cancer Center designation is like making it to the Final Four. Among other factors, one of the top criteria for earning comprehensive status is excelling in all forms of research. This new grant from the NIH is yet more proof that the Markey Cancer Center is on the right track. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Evers. Our next speaker has been conducting world-class research here at the University of Kentucky for more than 26 years. She is the James Graham Brown Foundation Endowed Chair and Professor in the UK Department of Toxicology and Cancer Biology and is serving as co-leader on this new grant. Please welcome Dr. Daret St. Clair.
Good morning. I'm delighted to be here today to celebrate the announcement of this new grant and the new Center for Cancer and Metabolism. Here I want to tell you a little about the work that we'll be doing over the next 5 years. While we have long known that there's a link between cancer and metabolism, there have been recent significant advances in this field. Because of this new discovery and the improvement in technology, now we can really address the cancer and metabolism question in depth. Metabolic reprogramming is essentially, that link to metabolism is essentially a change in normal metabolism of a cell. These changes are important because they can determine how aggressive cancer growth is. Now, some cells even change their metabolism even before they become cancerous. It turns out that the more aggressive the cancer is, the more prone they are to this change. Thus, it is very important that understand how and why metabolic reprogramming occurs is a piece of fundamental information for many cancers. This particular COBRE will initially focus on 4 main projects that related to metabolic reprogramming and the dysfunction of mitochondria, which are the metabolic powerhouse of the cell. One project led by Travis Thomas will look at muscle and lipid metabolism in the framework of cancer cachexia. 2 projects, one led by Ren Su and one by Yadi Wu, will focus on breast cancer metabolism. Finally, Cassis will lead a 4th project looking into lipid metabolism in cancer and colorectal cancer. This junior investigator will be mentored by a team of clinicians and scientists from a variety of disciplines and departments across UK. This diversity enables us to pose some fascinating questions and go about answering them in a very innovative way. I look forward to seeing how we can translate this finding from the work into new therapy for our patients. I would like to thank UK leader Dr. Capilouto, Dr. Karpf, Dr. Cassis, Ever, and Dean Riparo for their strong support of research, particularly for this grant. My co-leader Peter Joe, co-director Dr. Andrew Lane, Rick Hikashi, Jiang Hang Jia, and Nathan Vanderford, as well as all the key mentors. I'm particularly appreciative of hard work performed by the Office of Sponsor Project Development led by Kathy Gretsch, and particularly to our Research Communication Office, which the majority of the whole teams are here. And these teams are led by Jennifer Larger. They make it possible for this grant to achieve an outstanding to exceptional score in its first submission. Lastly, I'd like to say that I'm highly appreciative of Senator McConnell for his support for biomedical research, particularly for this grant, including his work to support the 21st Century Cure Act, and of Congressman Barr for his continual to be an advocate for biomedical research and NIH funding. Such support is really, really important for basic research because it is the foundation by which new medication and cure are found. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. St. Clair. And our final speaker this morning needs no introduction, so I've been told to keep things moving, so I won't give him a big one, but he is our Executive Vice President for Health Affairs, Dr. Michael Karpf.
Thank you. I've been asked to comment about the role of a research a referral academic medical center in its community and its state, and the role of science. And I think Dr. Capilouto has covered many of the issues that I wanted to point out, but I'll just reiterate them and emphasize them. As we built a major research-intensive referral academic medical center, we said that we would try to make sure that all Kentuckians could be taken care of in Kentucky and not have to worry about whether their insurance would allow them to go to the Mayo Clinic or the Cleveland Clinic or a place like that. Through building the Markey Cancer Center, the Gill Heart Affiliate, the Gill Center, and a variety of other clinical programs, we've achieved that. There is very little, if anything, that anyone in Kentucky needs to leave Kentucky for in terms of health care. I think that's been a major achievement and I think a real value to the Commonwealth of Kentucky. We also said that we needed to help improve health care throughout the entire state. And we've done that through a variety of relationships and partnerships with other providers. We have relationships with over 50 hospitals, innumerable doctors. And through those relationships and the extension of Markey and the extension of Gill, we've been able to improve the care in the local communities. And I think that's been a major benefit to the state. Because of our commitment to high-end care and partnering with our providers, we've grown substantially. We've grown from 19,000 discharges to this year we'll exceed 38,000 discharges on the way to 45,000 discharges. College of Medicine and the hospital system and affiliate organizations in 2004 were a $600 million operation. They're now well over a $2 billion operation. Talking about economic stimulus, we've added over 6,000 jobs to the economy of Kentucky. Put another way, the salary and benefits package for UK healthcare in 2004 was $370 million. It's now well over $1 billion. I think that's been a very important driver. Mayor Gray says that healthcare is 10% of the economy of Lexington and the Bluegrass, and we're by far the largest component of that. We've also committed to make sure that Kentucky has the doctors of the future. President Capilouto and Provost Tracy and Dean DiPaolo had led an initiative to start building medical schools in important other communities so that we can expand the pipeline of physicians coming into the area. And I think that's been a very important contribution. Now, as you try to build a research-intensive referral academic medical center, it's not only important to get good clinicians who practice the standard of care that exists today. That's not our job. We assume that we at the minimum provide the standard of care. It's our job to move the standard of care, not only in Kentucky, but nationally and internationally. And it's research like this, Daret, that will do that. And so I thank you, Daret, and I thank all of the other researchers at the University of Kentucky, because you, in fact, define us. If we didn't have the research infrastructure, we couldn't be that great research-intensive referral academic medical center that the Commonwealth of Kentucky so desperately needs. And to you, Leader McConnell and Congressman Barr, I thank you for your unwavering support of the NIH. We may need it, and we hope that you will be there, because it not only helps the country, but it very specifically helps the Commonwealth. You've done a great service in your support of the NIH to the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our announcement and news conference. We do have a rather tight schedule. Some of the people that you heard speaking will be available for one-on-one interviews with members of the news media. Thank you all for coming, and have a great rest of the day.